You. What's up, everybody? Rage Cage 20 here, back with Jonathan Young's 2015 stuff. Part of Your World, Little Mermaid. John and Savannah here today. I mean, when they get together, good stuff happens. So, I'm pretty excited about it. I read in a comment, and I agree with the comment that in this video that I've never really been a huge fan of this song, particularly from Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid for like a hot minute was my fucking jam. And then also was not my jam at all. I don't know what it is. There was like a week span where it was like I wanted to watch the movie every day. But besides that, never really watched it much afterwards or before or whatnot. And the songs in it, Under the Sea's rocking pretty hard. And besides that, and Part of Your World, is there any other songs in? Wasn't there an introduction song? Yeah, there's an intro song, right? And then they're supposed to introduce Ariel, but she ain't there because she off doing her adventuring thing. Is there any other songs in there? Poor Unfortunate Soul. That one I actually do quite enjoy, especially metal versions of that song. That's a good song. I'll give you that one. The other ones, hit or miss for me. But I'm sure Savannah and John will knock this out of the park. Now, I think technically I've heard this song. I feel like one time, long time ago, I put it on in the background or something, and it was technically playing, but like, if we're gonna be honest with you, I don't remember any of it, so I think we're good. But we'll find out together. I think this is mostly just Savannah, at least all the thumbnail clips of it, like at the end of the video he'll play is like some of his other songs, or at least he did that for a while. And I know this one's played. I wonder if it's Savannah the entirety of it, or if John jumps in there or not. I don't know, but who does know? Everyone who's watched this. So let's become part of that and bring it on down here. It's not wasting more time. Part of Your World from the Little Mermaid, Jonathan Young, Savannah. I appreciate Savannah, but I like to say Savannah because it's just like it has a nice to it. Anyways, let's go.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you'd think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling alone down a, what's the word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun. Wandering free, wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? be part of that
I thought it was gonna
Thank you so much for watching. Now, I know this is the
I thought I was gonna roll the chord, but yeah.
boring part at the end of the video, but I can't keep making videos like this without your help. So take a second to check out the buttons on your screen and the links down in the description below. There's a bunch of great ways to support me. The best way is to donate on Patreon. You can also download this song, listen on Spotify, say hi on your favorite social media sites, and even just sharing this video with a friend helps a lot. Also, be sure to check out the lovely, the one and only Savannah Stuckmeyer. She killed it on this song, so show her some love. I've got another Disney cover for you guys coming next week, and I'll see you then.
Screaming loud. I like it. Okay. Good stuff out there. Good stuff. It's let's see. What the hell I put this here? How do I put this here? It's the song though. Okay, like if you're in my head, you understand what these words mean. But I'll let you in here in a second. I promise. I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase this. So, like, it has that standard thing that I was thinking. I didn't mention it because there's no reason to mention. But you know, as I said, every time Savannah's in here, they kill it together. Though there are some times where like some of the verses aren't as strong because, you know, maybe mixing issues and stuff like that and whatnot. And it's like the beginning of the song starts out like decently slow, like not like tempo wise, but like, you know, just a whole mix of stuff. Just kind of like it doesn't start cooking right out the gate. But like I can't. That's not like a John or Savannah thing. That's the song. That's what the song is. That's how the song starts. That's how the song builds. So it's like it's not on them. Like they did great with it. It's just the song itself. Why I don't really necessarily enjoy this song is just like it's got a slow build, but once it starts cooking, it's cooking. And once the guitar and everything came in and stuff, like it started cooking. I was just like, this is some good shit right here. A lot of this song. It seems, you know, they sing the song pretty straight, but they took advantage of certain sections of the song to just embellish the hell out of the melody. Pretty much every time Savannah gets to the end of certain sections of the song, of different phrases or different verses or chorus, etc., when she gets to the end of these phrases and sections, she takes that as an opportunity to just do a vocal run and embellish the fuck out of it, which is really her strong suit as a singer. From what I've heard from her, she does have this nice beautiful range that she can just play around with, jump around, do a nice little run here and there, have some strong belting sections, you know. So they definitely wrote to her strengths, and I think there's a lot of chord changes and some nice chord progressions in there that did some very interesting stuff that I want to look at. It was John. There was no John singing, which I imagined. It's just, you know, when it says Jonathan Young and Savannah, I thought they would maybe go back and forth and whatnot. Otherwise, I would assume it would say like featuring, but because John was just kind of the instrumental and comedy and humor in the background with the fishes and whatnot, his hilarious faces. So I feel like maybe I should have said featured, but you know, minor, tiny, insignificant detail. But yeah, he has some very interesting chord changes, chord progressions, and some rhythm switch ups and all that. It's very interesting stuff going in from the drums. The guitars just kind of had a lot of those this muted barred chords, just ticka stuff going on. But very quiet in the background and whatnot, which I feel is appropriate because you want to hear the electric guitar in the song, but like you don't want it to be too overpowering. So like I thought the mix on that was really well done. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's just kind of John playing with the chords and the tempo and the um, uh, I think that's about it. While Savannah just ad libs and just embellishes the melody that you know so well. So like, it's got a nice twist to it. It's got a nice taste to it. I love how much it picks up with the addition of rock style guitaring and drums and everything like that. It gives it a nice flavor to it that I think was missing from the original song. So I really like that rock addition to the song, which is, I mean, why I love Disney covers in general, because you take Disney songs which are written by like the top composers of the time, because as I said before, Disney's got so much fuck you money that they only hire the best of the best. So you have this really amazing written songs, but when you take it out of that like kid zone, that friendly, happy, campy stuff, and you add some rock and metal to it, it's just like it takes it to the next fucking level. So yeah. So I really like the addition of the electric guitar and the drums and everything that was in there. The piano, of course, sounds great. Yeah, just all around good shit. Good stuff. I got quite a bit written down. It was just kind of a string of stuff really back to back. So let's go to the beginning here. Again, as I said, the beginning, I feel it's got a slow build. Don't get me wrong, Savannah's got a great voice, but with not a lot kind of backing up and supporting. I mean, the piano sounds gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, the piano sounds gorgeous. But it just kind of has a little bit of a staleness to me, personally. But there's a lot to appreciate in the way Savannah plays around with these vocal lines and whatnot. So definitely enough to keep it interesting. So right out the gate here, got that piano, beautiful piano work as mentioned, and the interesting way that Savannah started with her vocals. I feel like there was something in there. Maybe it was the dynamic she was coming in with, and kind of the tone and effects they had on her voice. I don't know, but the way she started got my attention enough to write it down. And then around 18 seconds in, she does this nice vocal slide in there, and then the piano ritardandos, and I think that's when the instruments come in and whatnot, and it starts cooking. So let's, if we haven't already, of course, bring it on back down, and let's go through this. That's what we're looking for in the beginning here. We want to listen for all those things. Of course, that.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has everything?
Just those first 20 seconds. Let's look at those first 20 seconds. So it's very minimalist, which honestly I think is not a bad thing. I don't know what it is about the song. I don't know if it's specifically because it's from The Little Mermaid, which I wouldn't say is a bad Disney movie. I mean, there's a lot to like about it. It's just like I kind of lost interest in it pretty heavily after I was no longer a kid. And I don't know if there's a reason for that. I don't know if it's because it just truly is a horrible role model of a movie for everyone involved. Like, oh yeah, Kiss the Girls in that one. I forgot about that. I just forget what songs are in Little Mermaid. But I mean, in that song, pretty much is just telling dudes like, dude, you don't need to ask for consent, just kiss the bitch. Like, it's just not for both female and male, and of course anywhere in between, whatever you fall under, whatever category, and whatever this applies to you. It's just bad role model shit for every sex and gender. It's just horrible. Yeah, don't take a word, just kiss her. It's just like, that's not good advice. Like, you gotta kind of get some consent and know that it's gonna end well. Otherwise, your ass gonna have fucking cop press his knee into you. You're going to jail. They don't take kindly to that shit nowadays. I don't know how it was back when this thing was written. What was this, like 90s? This is early 90s, right? It was like 90, 92, between 90 and 92, I want to say, for a little memory. I don't remember. I don't know how it was for you back in the 90s. I was very young. But like, no. Anyways, but yeah, it's just something about, it's just like her voice sounds good. I like the kind of it's not necessarily echo, but it's definitely got some nice surroundness to the sound. It almost sounds like it's being sung in like an empty room, so there's like a lot of distance to it, but also kind of has that like there's nothing on the walls, there's some like echo coming back, you know what I mean, and just very reverberating. It just has a good sound to it. Her notes are fun. I like what's happening with the piano. Very, very nice rolling out chords and stuff. It's just something about it's just like boring. I don't know why, but it again has nothing to do with John or Savannah. I actually like what they're doing mix wise here. I think the mix is really well done. Savannah sounds great. The piano's gorgeous. It's just something about this song just fucking bores me. I don't know what it is. Well, let's go back one more time. Let's pick this apart a little bit more here.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
I like the end of her phrases for sure. I like the hard consonants she's coming in with, just very nice diction and what she's saying. It kind of gives this like loneliness, kind of like sorrowness in there. Like when she says the word "my," which, by the way, sorry if you can hear neighbor's dogs barking, happens occasionally. I swear to fuck, yesterday I was trying to sleep in and like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I swear they barked for like 10 minutes straight. There was another dog, maybe next door, and they were just screaming at each other, just barking nonstop, and I guess no owners were home to shut them the fuck up. So sorry if that happens again. Yeah, on the word "my," she like kind of draws it out, gives a little bit more emotion to it, which is really nice. Really good, little good emphasis, a little good crescendo build there. Just like a little bump of crescendo there. Love that. Sounds good. But yeah, I love say my collection's complete. Like she has very hard consonant stops on some of her words. Isn't it neat? Like she really accents it, and I think that it's kind of drawing out more of the kind of just that lonely emptiness of the song by the way she's choosing to end off these phrases and whatnot. I think it's very nice. Okay, we're gonna start again. All right.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a girl who has...
Hear that nice little slide there? It's very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. It's got even a little bit of a southern... I think Savannah just has kind of a southernness to her in general by the way she sings and the way she speaks and whatnot. But it has this little kind of southern slide to it. Like, it's got some nice flavor to it.
You think I'm a girl who has everything.
Nice vibrato as well.
Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many...
Alright, so we get more movement from the piano. I'm hearing a little bit of drum stuff in the background. Very toned down because it ain't time to start grooving yet. So again, the mix on this, I think they did a fantastic job. I've noticed we hit a point in 2015, like the beginning of 2015 was fine. And then we hit a point where the mixing was just off for many, many songs in the middle of 2015. But then we hit this mark again where John just like figured it out. He just got it. And ever since, it hasn't gone back to just like, what the fuck is the mixing on this song? Hasn't come up yet, I think, as far as I can remember. So he's gotten that mixing down. He knows the volume to have on certain instruments and, making sure the vocal line's not getting buried at any point. Like, he's doing a really good job now. He's like he fixed that. He turned that over in under a year. That's impressive, and, that's good stuff right there. Next thing we got on the list here, around 45 seconds. Very beautiful low note. We're just gonna let it keep rolling out because a lot happened in succession here. She has a very nice vocal low note in there at some point. It sounded very good. Then we start getting to some more of this embellishment. We had like a little taste of embellishment here and there so far, but like she really starts to get into it. Don't remember. Wow, I can't read any of that except for the chord change plus more embellishments, plus rhythm changes and stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna let it keep rolling, and we're gonna find things along the way here.
Wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you'd think, sure, she's got everything.
So again, I really like her vibrato, and I love the noodling around that John's doing on the piano. It's good stuff. I just remember I looked up, I just saw a spoon. I was like, why she got a spoon? Like, I know she had a lot of random knickknacks. I think one of them was one was a fork, which she does hold up later. One of them might have been a spoon. I don't remember. So like, obviously it fits the song, which is the video, the movie, and whatnot, which is funny. But I just thought that was very humorous. But I like that's why I paused for. I like that because obviously the whole point of this song, I think maybe one of the reasons I don't care much for this song is because like literally everybody in the world, or at least mostly women, but that's because this is a female range song. I'm sure there's an occasional dude that sung it, but literally if you were in drama club, like this and Colors of the Wind. Yes, Colors of the Wind. Was sung for like every musical audition, like ever. Like, you heard this every couple of months. Some girl singing it for audition and whatnot, like everywhere. You watch a TV show, some kind of documentary or something involving an audition, someone singing it. It's just you couldn't escape it. So maybe that's why it just got really overdone. But in the song, obviously, you have what makes the song unique and kind of clever is the moments where you have Ariel breaking it down and just kind of like saying certain parts. It's like not singing it, kind of like breaking the mold of the song to be like, like thinking out loud or, just saying stuff. I like that, it's really cool that it becomes spoken to certain parts. So in their version here, whenever she speaks something, they like really pull it back into the distance, has a lot of echo to it. I think that's a clever contrast in there, to really make it stand out. I think that's clever. I think that's pretty cool. Let's go back a little bit here. Let's hear it again. Let's keep going.
And one cavern hold, looking around here, you'd think, sure, she's got everything.
Nice piano.
I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's it's and what's it's galore.
Yeah, both those notes there. I don't think there's a lower one, but I didn't get to 48 yet, but so I might just mistimed that. That's fine. Both of those, like it kind of drops down to a lower note on both of those, and both of those very clean. I think as well. She has good support on it, and also has a nice tight vibrato to kind of help pepper it up. It just feels like she just kind of like it just fits right in there. Like, she just drops down. She doesn't land too low. She doesn't land too high or move it around anywhere. Just kind of boom. It's just kind of there. That's some good control right there.
I've got who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs?
I like, you can see how she kind of drops her jaw there. Because it's not like the lowest note, but that I think that's definitely dipping into the alto range. So, like lower into the alto range, getting closer to tenor, I would wager. I'm not perfect with vocals, but that would just be a guess. So like, even if you're soprano, that's pretty low for you, and even alto, like that's starting to get to the tenor range. So like, you know, it's got some good lowness to it. So you can just hear dropping her jaw and just getting ooh, like good form there vocally, like that.
I've got 20,
Just throws one.
but who cares?
You get that slide again. Very nice, like that.
No big deal. I want more.
That must be what that is. I think that was supposed to be a retardando in there as well at some point. Yeah. First off, she just sold that one. Like that one went on and on. Like she was just embellishing the fuck out of that one. Really nicely done, really cool, and everything slows down. Retardando's quite a bit. And then I think it's going to pick back up into the instruments. More instruments coming, I should say. Like the guitar, I think is the only instrument that hasn't entered yet, but the drums are going to fully enter now. Like, yeah, let's hear that. Let's hear that solo again. That's some nice stuff right there.
I've got 20, but who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are.
First off, some more beautiful low notes in there. Like her low notes are actually very warm and supported there. That's good stuff right there. Again, it makes me really sad that Savannah stopped singing, at least as far as I know, on YouTube and Facebook and anything else stopped singing. But who knows? I mean, I feel like, I mean, maybe it's just under a different name. Maybe she joined a band and is out there doing it or something like that, or went the way of Annette and became like a nurse or something like that. Which is very interesting that Annette was just like, fuck it, I'm going to go into nursing. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't like Annette, so they'd be like, well, good, she didn't belong in music. And stuff. I thought she did a fantastic job, but it's whatever. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, you have that. First off, there's a beautiful chord progression into that retardando, and just like really slows down. So then you have what the new tempo is going to be with the drums there, like that counts it off. Really nice choice there. I like that. Ooh, I gotta reset the video. All right. So yeah, first off, listen for that chord progression when everything's slowing down. Very beautiful, very open, very major. Love it. And then listen to how much it pulls back. And then the drums kick it off. Nice little bass work in there. I punched the mic. Don't even worry about it. Well, tapped it. If I punched it, it probably would have fallen over. But yeah, listen to that. And then how it kicks off and everything comes in. Like, again, first minute's a little slow. It's got to take the time to build. But once it starts cooking, it starts cooking. So yeah, right here after this minute when it slides in and stuff, that's when it really starts to pop off. So that right there, that first section, after it's kicked up to this new tempo and all the instruments are coming in and everything's having fun and stuff, like, first off, her voice sounds great. I love the vocal lines. It sounds really well in her tone and her register and everything. It's good stuff. But yeah, that section right there pretty much just encapsulates, just pretty much spells out what this cover is. It's the ending of those sections, just Savannah belting it out while John does some awesome stuttered, broken up don 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 kind of rhythms and stuff, rhythm change ups, really cool chord progressions and everything on the guitars and the keyboard and everything. Pretty much it's just that repeated throughout the rest of the song, and it sounds good. Like that flair, the style to the song is just like, it sounds so good. Her runs and her embellishments sound wonderful. Like, it's just good stuff. The room is so fucking white. That's a little blinding, but it's really cool. I really like what they're doing here.
Things you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling alone down a, what's the word again? Street.
Again, a rhythm change of da 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 da. You know, cool progressions with an embellishment. That's pretty much on repeat for this song. But you know, it sounds good, so I can't blame them.
Where they walk, up where they run, up
There's a nice subdivision change there from this kind of fast to you kind of feel everything pull and slow, but the tempo still is the same. Just the subdivision changed. Very nice switch up there. I like that.
down a, what's the word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all
Very
day
nice.
in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world.
Yeah, I don't know what range Savannah would be clarified. She can get pretty high up there, but I don't know if she like lives in the soprano zone, so I would probably consider her an alto, which would make a lot of sense. Why she can just nail these drops to these lower notes just so easily. She's got this good warm, even kind of a little bit of a raspy sound to her low notes, and just kind of it's very interesting and very needed, because this song da 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 do, like, it really drops. It has these sudden drops, just like sudden jumps that usually I would say women are more used to doing, just kind of random jumps up to high notes. This one does the opposite, which I would wager for some ladies is a lot harder to do, because lower notes can be harder to do with female vocal cords. Not for every female, of course. There's many exceptions. But just in general, I would say this is probably a harder song to sing for a lot of ladies because of those drops, like almost octave plus drops. Da 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 do. Like, it goes down. Shut the fuck up. Okay. God, I swear these dogs, man. I feel bad for the dogs because the owners obviously don't give a fuck and just leave them outside all day. Anyways, I was saying, oh yes. So not only is that already hard enough to do, but then staying down there da 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 before you come back up, the nice like stepwise motion once you go down there, kind of living in that zone. Like, it's not the easiest vocal line to do. So the fact that she just drops down there almost seamlessly and just kind of lives around there and just feels like natural to her, first off, really makes me think she's an alto. But she could just have a huge range. You never know. But like, it's really impressive. It's good stuff right there.
All day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give
Nice drum fill there, like that.
if I could live out of the
And you can hear the guitar here, ding 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 ding. You know, just a lot of that barred chord stuff going on. Very nice.
these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land they'd understand.
So we're about to get to another yeah, it was like a second or two away. Another interesting vocal embellishment effect here that she does. She has a nice little growl that we've heard her Savannah do before. Very nice, clean stuff. But right before that, prepping it up, we heard another subdivision change because we went back to the really fast stuff, but we just kind of broke down to the slower again. So very nice there. But yeah, she's about to have a nice epic growl in here.
To spend a day
And I really like throughout all this song because it's a very hopeful, very like dreamlike song in general. So having it written with all these very bright, uplifting major chords is really nice, and I love the chord progression that John's going with here. It's very cool.
Bet you're on land, they'd understand. Bet they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women.
Very nice instant chord stop on all the instruments. Just accent, everything breaks off. Growl, playful vocal stuff. They all come back in. Very nice. I never thought about that until I was writing that down for that specific section here. But I never thought about that line before. Up on the land, they don't reprimand their daughters. Like, oh, you'd be wrong. You're gonna go up there and be very disappointed. Kids get reprimanded all the time. At least they used to. Now it just seems like parents just let kids do whatever the fuck they want because they're too lazy to be parents. But that's a different story for a different time. Parents are just either too afraid to be parents or too lazy to be parents these days. It's nuts. It's wild. These kids are out of fucking control. My kid ain't gonna be like that, man. It's a little side story, but people used to tell me all the time, like, you gotta learn how to pick your battles with your kids. Like, well, what if I want every single battle to be a bad battle? Because I don't tire, motherfucker. Anyways, getting into it here. So yeah, I want to go back and hear that again. That accent, that growl, that everything that just went on there, that fucking beat drop and everything, like, yeah, it's good stuff.
Bet you're on land, they'd understand. Bet they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women.
Also sounds like there's some trumpet in there, because that chord, bang, that really sharp note sounded like it came from a trumpet. And I felt like I heard a little bit of trumpet when it started up again. That's interesting.
Reprimand, they'd understand. Bet they don't reprimand their daughters, bright young women.
I think there's a trumpet in there somewhere.
Women ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What is a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn. When's it my turn?
So this section here, after again some more rhythm change-ups, more triplets and syncopated rhythm switch-ups from John there. Around this section, the drums really started to like drive the tempo here. Just started like hitting on like every single beat, just starting to really push the rhythm. Very interesting.
When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that?
And at the same time, I think I said, oh yeah, the instruments stop for a little bit for the outro vocal, but I also think it's retardandoing at the same time. And then I think retardando's further again later during the vocal outro and whatnot. So yeah, we're coming to the end here. It's also a long held note for the vocals that kind of fades away. Very interesting outro here. I like it. But yeah, I love that kick pedal is just really driving this rhythm. Is fucking sick. And listen, it's slowing down at the same time.
My turn. Wouldn't I love to explore that sharp groove?
Ooh, that high note though. That high note there. It's even a little hummed like up in the nasal patches there. Like okay.
Out of the sea,
Instruments just cut.
wish I could be
Just clean vocals here. Well, the
part of that
retardando.
Thank you so
And John lets it breathe as well. Very, very important to do. It's very important for the song to breathe. You gotta let it breathe. It's a living entity. You can't just like cut it off. Like when you hear that, you just gotta let that note hang for a little. Gotta let the song breathe, as I call it. And then whew, gorgeous. Yeah, very, very clean, very, very gorgeous, beautiful cover here, Savannah. She's a really great singer. I'm very sad that it seems like she stopped. As far as I know, as far as I've heard, I should try to look up, see if there's any updates on what she's been doing in her life. But very interesting stuff here. Yeah, good, great mixing. Again, it's got a little bit of a boring, slow start for me, but that has nothing to do with the way John and Savannah did this song. It's just the song. That's just the song across the board for me. That's just how it's always going to be for me. It's just, that is what it is. But like, I agree. I do really like their cover of it. I do like the energy and the playfulness that the rock music, the guitars and the drums and the bass and everything just kind of adds to the song. I feel like it adds some necessary energy to the song and just kind of makes it fresh and pop. Like not the genre, but just like the song, make the song pop. So like, yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I really like that. So next for Johnny Young, we have the Power Rangers Power Metal, which is not the version that he did with, what's his name, Anthony? I don't know what his name is. I'll find it real fast. Power Rangers. Well, I mean, that's the Power Metal version, but that's not the one I'm looking for. Anthony Vincent, yeah. I don't remember what his channel name is called. It has something to do with genre styles or something, right? Or isn't that just what he names the titles? Whatever it is, I don't see it anywhere scrolling here, and I'm not going to look for him specifically. Yeah, it's what's his name? I guess it's 331 E-Rock, whoever that is. I think he's done some work with maybe John on some of the tracks and whatnot, or one of them or something. I don't know. It could be unrelated. No idea. It's not that version, which is really awesome. Love that version, the 2017 version. You should check that out. But this is the 2015 version. I don't know if it's the same song or whatnot, but he always got people in it. Same part of the thumbnail scroll and whatnot. He's got some other peeps in it. And it's the same, I think it's in the same landscape that he not only recorded later. I think later on both of these, or I'm not sure because I would have skipped it. It could have been 2014 and 2015, but I think it's later that he records How Far I'll Go, as well as the Pokemon theme, where he actually gets the dude who's saying the Pokemon theme gets him in that video to sing with him. That's fucking nuts. Anyways, but yeah, it's recorded in the same landscape, same beachside area. So I'm sure that will be entertaining. But before we get to that, we have two other songs that we're getting to. The next will be Arch Enemy, returning with Arch Enemy Nemesis. And then we're going back to check out some Rivers of Nile. We're going to get real fucking trippy with that one. That one should be very, very fascinating, very interesting. So thank you so very much for joining me. John, Savannah, appreciate the music. Thank you so much for the music. Good stuff there. Great cover. And I'll see you all next time.